The Mavericks fall in overtime once again, this time to the Golden State Warriors. We'll break it all down coming up next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. It's the DLLS Mavs post-game show live in our downtown Dallas DLLS Sports Studios. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Krella. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs. Appreciate you joining us here on our post-game show as the Mavericks fall for the fourth straight time and the second straight time in overtime. This time to the Golden State Warriors, 137-131. Cooper Flagg, 32 points in 41 minutes, but it was too much in the end as the Golden State Warriors outscored the Mavericks 11-5 in the OT period to fall by 6. Naji Marshall had a chance to win it at the buzzer off of a Cooper Flagg pass. Unfortunately, it went by the wayside, and the Mavericks for the second straight game get blitzed in OT and lose for the 23rd time in the last 27 outings. Officially are eliminated from postseason contention.
We did it. We did it.
Your biggest takeaway from tonight is?
Man, I don't know. I don't want to start the show with a well, whatever. Stop dancing around it, Bobby. Cooper Flagg is not a point guard.
Yeah, he's not.
How many times have I said it this year?
A lot.
All right.
A lot.
Now, follow me here, okay? Follow me here. It's not just negative Bobby coming in. It's also not corporate Bobby coming in and apologizing. I'm trying to be as logically sound about this as I possibly can, okay? I understand, first off, handling, decision-making is not Coop's strength right now. Neither of those are one of his strengths, right? So it makes sense that you want to develop those weaknesses. You want him to work on them. You want him to get reps. It also makes sense to understand that, yes, the Mavs they're now officially eliminated from playoffs, but they've been eliminated from the play-in since like October.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to, all right, well, why only work on this in practice? Let's get some live reps. So I understand why you want to roll out Coop at the point guard a little bit, but then I look at the numbers. We've talked about them on the show. He is so much better playing on the wing than he is playing the point. He's so much more efficient. The team is better. He gets better looks, higher quality looks. He scores way more efficiently, way more effectively, way more often. Most, if not all, of his biggest scoring games this year have come playing on the wing, not at the one. I also look at the Rookie of the Year race, which is something I don't really care about, but you want to know what's not going to help his case? Committing 7 turnovers in the game, 6 of which came in the fourth quarter in overtime.
That's right.
Including a span right at the beginning of the fourth quarter where he turned it over 3 times in a row, bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah.
Against double teams, where you were setting step-up screens for him with your center who is being guarded by Draymond Green, who was particularly feral tonight and was blitzing Coop. Coop turned it over 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like, what is there possibly for him to learn from that? Immediately after that, J-Kid calls a timeout. Coop spends the rest of the game playing on the wing and snaps right back into being effective.
Mm-hmm.
Right back into being efficient, right back into being decisive, scoring on cuts. He came off a screen and shot a 3, and he made it.
Yeah.
Came off a screen, took a handoff, went right to the basket and scored. Dove to the rim whenever Marvin Bagley came away with the loose ball. Bagley scooped it over to him, and that was a layup or a dunk. Like, I don't get what there is to be gained from continuously putting him in these bad situations where he is most likely going to fail. And if he fails, it's going to be humiliating, Like, there's nothing to be gained from it. There's literally nothing at all to be gained from it. I know that you want to lose. I know that you want to tank. Send out the fourth stringers. Let A.J. Johnson bring the ball up the floor. Let Nembhard wouldn't turn it over if he brought it up the floor. Let Tyler Smith get a rep. How about let's let Daniel Gafford work on his three-point shot? Like, why would you put your best and most important player in a position where all that he can do from it is become frustrated? Like, you can lose in many other ways. And I suspect now that the Mavs are officially eliminated, they're probably going to start resting guys starting on Wednesday. But, like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get why he has to continue doing this stuff.
Well, I'm going to put on my Jason Kidd voice for you real quick.
Okay.
It's all right to fail.
It is.
Failure is not a bad thing.
You're right.
We all learn from our failures and our mistakes. He'll be better for it. And I know what I'm doing.
You're right. You do.
So
you built players.
I've built players. I've been doing this.
I've never played the game. I've never even touched a basketball.
You've never played the game.
I never have.
So I know what I'm doing.
You do.
So
spit.
Take what you need to take from it, learn from it, be better, and he'll be better down the road because of these mistakes that he's making right now.
I just don't like. There are ways to put him in position to handle the ball and to make tough decisions, and he's doing that. Like, he's making good reads like all the time now. You know, with the ball, he's finding guys with passes. He's attacking good gaps. Like, he is like making really smart decisions very often.
He made the best pass of the night to a wide open Naji Marshall, who had a chance to win the game. I thought it was a great read.
And that was the right decision.
Yeah,
and like, why? I understand wanting to get him reps, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And also, a day may come, maybe it'll be next year, who knows, where you're in a position where you're trying to win the game and maybe Kyrie's not on the court, he's injured or he's out or he fouled out of the game or he got ejected from picking up too many technicals or he's got a 16th tech for some reason and now he's suspended for a game or whatever. There's a chance that in a really high-leverage game, you're going to need Coop, and he's not going to have Kyrie or another star-level player out there to bail him out. And then maybe you'll be thinking, okay, well, sure, gosh, it's good that he had all that experience his rookie year of getting double-teamed. This is like the first time all year he's been blitzed, and he turned it over every time. This is not going to help him at all. Like, this specific situation, he's going to learn nothing from it, like, other than, God, that sucked really bad, you know?
Yeah, and I thought at times he passed up some good shots. There was a couple one particular three he had that was wide open he didn't take. But they were able to run him and play, get him to play, and he made a three from there. Yeah, it was tough in the fourth quarter. You mentioned the 6 turnovers that he had in the fourth quarter and overtime, including getting ripped on 3 straight possessions. It just took a lot of the offensive rhythm. I mean, the Warriors started that fourth quarter on an 11-0 blitz to start off, and it was in part because of the turnover problem that happened at the beginning of the fourth quarter with Cooper Flagg obviously attempting to bring the ball up. But I thought, when he was aggressive, he was efficient tonight. The jumper was working. He was getting into his spots in the mid-range. I mean, his first 3 buckets of the game were on dunks, and that kind of got him going. He was able to knock down the mid-range shot, and made a couple of threes. He went 2 of 4 from the three-point line. Tonight had 32 points, but when you're having the kind of turnover issues both teams were horrendous turning over the ball tonight. I mean, the Golden State Warriors had 24 turnovers. The Mavericks had 23 turnovers that led to 29 Golden State Warrior points that led to 30 points for the Mavericks off of the Warriors' 24 turnovers. So it was a sloppy game in a number of ways, aside from the beautiful second quarter that the Mavericks had, where they scored 42 points in that second period, only missed 3 shots.
2 games in a row where they got off to really good starts.
Yeah, and I thought they were, especially the way they played that second quarter, I thought, okay, they're on their way to a win tonight because the Warriors simply didn't have it. I mean, they led after 3 after the first quarter, but the Mavericks outscored them by 13 in that second period to lead by 10 at halftime. And again, the turnovers really fell apart from there.
Yeah, here's their possessions to start the fourth quarter. So, 11:41 left in the fourth quarter. Coop turned it over, bringing the ball up the floor. 11:25 in the fourth quarter. Coop turned the ball over, bringing it up the floor. 10:55 left in the fourth quarter. Coop turned it over, bringing the ball up the floor. He literally turned it over, bringing it up the floor at mid-court. I'm not talking about you bring it up the floor and then you run 3 screens. Literally, the ball got across mid-court. He turned it over 3 times in a 46-second span.
Yeah.
Who is that helping?
That all led to points.
Who does that serve other than Con Knipple, and the Tankathon gods? I hope you were watching tonight, by the way. I hope the Tankathon gods were tuned in.
Loss.
There was no other game going on. I know that they were watching. The Mavs are going to get credit for this. This was a good tank effort.
Oh, wow.
It's just, God, like, what is the point of all this?
Minotaur says there's absolutely no reason Coop should have passed to Marshall at the end of the game instead of shooting it.
I disagree. We got a super chat about that too, by the way.
Yeah,
pull that one up?
Let me right into it. Yeah.
Oh, it's from Minotaur.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Yeah,
yep.
Sorry.
$9.99 super chat. I'm over watching Coop give up shots at the end of games to Christie and Marshall. We benefit from Coop taking those shots, not players likely won't be here in 4 years. Coop be the alpha male we drafted number 1.
Appreciate the super chat.
First
$9.99, big one. Let's go.
He got to the spot. I want to know what you kind of thought of it because I thought he got to the spot, toward the free throw line, extended a little bit, and I thought he could have rose up if he wanted to. But I think he got where he wanted to go to draw the attention of the defense. And, I mean, Naji Marshall literally had a clean look from 3. Like, it doesn't get more wide open from 3, to be able to have a chance to win the game. So I thought he made the right basketball play there, drew the attention, kicked it out to a wide open teammate who you feel like can make that shot. And he took it and just missed it. But I like the play from Cooper, to be honest.
Yeah, I would need to see it again, but if memory serves, I bet if he would have got another step before the help came, he probably goes up.
Yeah, rose up. Yeah.
But he had to pick up his dribble like in that 17 to 14 foot area to where his second step, it's going to be like this really awkward floater going to his left. So he's either going to have to try a lefty scoop from like 9 feet away in traffic or come back across his body and go back to his right because he couldn't stop and plant turn around for a fadeaway. Like he likes that shot. He would not have been able to get to that, and there was help, and Draymond was lurking. Like, it was awkward. But I think if he would have got another step or another dribble, he probably goes up and tries to draw a foul or just goes to score over those guys because he's taller than all of them. But based on where he was on the floor, at least as I'm replaying it in my brain, I think he was just too far away. And then he sees Naji, and it's like that's automatic. Like, it doesn't matter who he is. Now, the fact that it was Naji on the perimeter –
right,
and not Max,
or
maybe
Clay,
and it's one of those things where it's tough because like they just don't have a lot of shooting on the team at all. But generally, you want your best shooter in that situation. Now, granted, you never know how a play is going to unfold, but you want one of your best shooters, if not your best shooter, to be like in the weak side corner, so it's really hard to help off. But you also want to have a really good shooter one pass away, so that they can't help from one pass away. And the Warriors were showing the desire and the tendency to blitz Coop and kind of tilt the floor toward him, especially in the second half, because it was working. He was turning it over so much.
Turning over a lot,
So you should have anticipated that coming and known, like, all right, let's put one guy weak side corner. Let's put Clay in the weak side corner and Max one pass away. That way you got a 45% shooter in the corner. You got a 43% shooter. Where are they helping from? And that's an easy read. And at that point, if that's Max, you got to believe he's going to make that shot.
Yeah, because you're not going to help off Clay. Because Clay's capable of obviously knocking that down. He actually had a good game tonight, shooting the ball from the 3-point line at times. Really kept the Mavericks in this game.
And Coop has taken a lot of last-second shots,
including the game on Saturday.
Unfortunately, he's missed almost all of them, if not all of them. He's had some big fourth quarters and some big crunch times, but those final plays of the game, he doesn't have that reliable go-to move, and so oftentimes that last shot looks either rushed or forced or kind of off balance or awkward. Whereas this was a clean standstill, and I think Naji thought it was going in. Coop definitely thought it was going in.
Coop definitely thought it was going in. Like, he was yelling at Naji like it's going in. He didn't even turn around and look until the ball was hitting the rim. Yeah. But to your point, I mean, he took the potential game winner on Saturday against the Clippers and missed that one. And then this time had a chance to make the play, and it just simply didn't go down.
Yeah, I'm happier that he made the pass than I would have been if he would have tried some 14-foot off balance shot just for the
vibes
going
of him
for glory.
Taking,
I would have been even if he would have made it, I would have been like, "Ooh, boy." If he would have made it, I would have been popping off.
Oh, for sure. R King says LeBron makes the right play, love it or hate it. It was the right play, wide open.
Want to know who else often did? Luka.
Yeah.
A lot of the Mavs, he made a lot of buzzer beaters where it was like, okay, he's definitely going to shoot. But, you think of the shot in Brooklyn, Dinwiddie at the buzzer, where Luka got doubled, he passed it. Luka got doubled against the Wizards one time, passed it to Dorian in the corner, wide open three, canned it, passed it to Spencer Dinwiddie that very next game in Boston on a matinee game, and that wasn't at the buzzer, but it was inside the final minute or so. The best players, the most gifted, like the highest IQ, the LeBrons, the Lukas, these supercomputer guys, if you double them, they will give the ball up because they know 4-on-3 is better than 5-on-5.
And yes, Minotaur, you're correct with the $4.99 super chat. Cooper Flagg had one shot in overtime, 0 of 1, and played all 5 minutes. Max Christie was the only Maverick to score in overtime.
There's a lot of Clay threes in overtime.
He took one. Actually, Max Christie took 3 threes.
Oh, he took 1 3 and then a long 2.
Yeah.
Max took 3 threes.
Yeah, he took 3 threes in overtime. Let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. When we come back, more on this game and an unfortunate moment in overtime for Moses Moody and the Golden State Warriors. All that more coming up next.
I'm sure you, wherever you are watching or listening to this, have heard that there is a soccer tournament coming to our continent this summer. It is expected that more than 5 million people have a ticket to go to these games, okay? And 9 of them are going to be right here in Dallas-Fort Worth. And if you're trying to put some extra money in your pocket this summer and you have a home or a condo or even an apartment that you're willing to rent out on a platform such as Airbnb or any other rental platform, well, you need to check out AirDNA and their free World Cup revenue calculator. You type in your address and it will give you an estimate based on other properties in the area that are rented out at the time of what you could make. Maybe it'll help you afford to go on a really cool vacation this summer. Or maybe it'll even get you a ticket to go to the game yourself. The only way you can find out, though, is by going to airdna.co/Mavs. Again, airdna.co/Mavs today. Find out how you can put some extra money in your pocket this summer.
It's tournament time, and I know you had a fantastic weekend just like I did watching all of the fantastic college basketball players advance in the tournament. And I had some good food to go along with it in the form of Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market. They've got delivery options at wildforkfoods.com. In fact, they've got 9 DFW locations. In fact, my favorite, of course, is the Wiley location. Was just there a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, was searching for some boneless New York strip steak, was able to find it in the bold Texan flavor that I absolutely love. Pair it with some shrimp and was able to have some surf and turf over the weekend. They even got sides as well when it comes to everything at Wild Fork Foods. So make sure you check them out at one of their 9 DFW locations. Or if you like things delivered to your home, they got delivery options as well at wildforkfoods.com, where of course everything is blast frozen and frozen is fresher. They've got everything that you need to pair it with everything that you're looking for. If you're looking for some wild game as well, they got that for you as well. So check them out. Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market. Again, that's Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market, the best meat and seafood market in the game today. Welcome back to the DLLS Mavs post-game show. Appreciate you hanging out with us here. Coming up in a little bit, we will have our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Haraj Jr. live from the American Airlines Center after the Mavericks take their second straight overtime loss. How many first-round picks they got?
Only one. They don't even have a second rounder.
They're going to take AZ Fudd with the number 1 pick.
I don't know, man.
She had 8 threes tonight in their win for
They might. I mean, she's really good. Hall of Fame is too. Hall of Fame is too. All right, it's now that the Mavs have been eliminated, it is officially WNBA season.
It is officially WNBA
season. It is officially
season.
wing season. Let's go.
Yeah, the Mavericks dropped to 23-49 on the year. 26 games under 500. They have officially been eliminated from postseason contention and dropping to 14-23 on the year. Yeah, the numbers just continue to be ugly. They've lost now 23 of their last 27 games. They've lost 4 straight games. They go 0-3 on this homestand. And, oh, by the way, they get ready to head to Denver on Wednesday.
Oh, they already won this year, though. Easy. Easy dub.
Yeah, but that's when they were actually like, you know.
Start Nemby, start Coop, start AD. Let's run it back, and let's get that win.
Yeah, Anthony Davis doesn't play here anymore. So I don't know.
When did that happen?
It happened in February. He was traded.
For Luka? Just kidding.
Well,
just kidding. Who's getting the game ball tonight?
That would be Cooper Flagg.
Real quick, the game ball presented by PrizePicks.
That's right.
Download PrizePicks today. Use promo code DLLS when submitting your first $5 for $50 in free plays to use anytime you like. PrizePicks is good to be right.
32 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists for Cooper Flagg on the night for him, as he had also 2 steals to go along with it. Cooper Flagg will always stuff the stat sheet. Played a game-high 41 minutes for the Dallas Mavericks tonight, going 12 of 19 from the field. We talked about it a little bit earlier in our first segment. Was efficient, especially in the first few quarters of this game. Was getting to his spots, was able to get into the mid-range, attacking downhill. His first 3 buckets of the game were on dunks. And the Mavericks have been at their best this season when they've been out in transition. They had a lot of opportunities to do that tonight because their turnovers a lot, really for both teams. But it was good to see his jumper come back, and it was his best offensive game since he's returned from that foot injury. So over the last 10, 11 games, defensively he's been excellent. This time it was the offense that really kicked in for him, and they needed every bucket that he could provide them given the way that this game was going back and forth, a game of runs. In fact, the Mavericks used at one point a 15-0 run to build a 7-8 point lead. Warriors responded with an 8-0 run to get it back within 1. And it was just it was a mid-off in a number of ways between the turnovers. The shot making was pretty excellent. In fact, at one point, the Warriors and the Mavericks combined to make 19 3-pointers before the first half was over with. So both teams were shooting the lights out from 3. In fact, the Mavericks tonight go 16 of 36 from 3. Warriors go 17 of 47 from 3. So they combined to make 33 threes in this game. Unfortunately, the free throw department, which has been woeful all season long for the Mavericks, bit them again. They went 13 of 20 from the free throw line, and the Golden State's bench was unbelievable tonight. 61 points off the bench for them to just 39 for the Dallas Mavericks, and they also doubled up the Mavericks in the rebounding department, 49 to 26. They out-rebounded, including killing them on the offensive glass, 17 to 5.
So does Coop get the game ball for that?
Yeah, we gave it to him already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already handed the game ball. Yeah.
Oh, it's still up. Sorry. I was like, I didn't know if that's like
sure
was
when
over.
we land. When
Yeah.
We gave him the game ball already.
Game ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the PrizePicks game ball. Promo code DLS.
That's right.
The last sequence of the game of regulation. So there's a jump ball after just an inexplicable series of decisions by Draymond Green.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, some truly heinous stuff.
Brother, just take the layup. Take a layup.
So Draymond then wins the jump ball, right? Didn't he win and then turn it over again?
I believe so, yes.
Like he had a 3, a floater, and a layup. Did not take any of them. Made some of the most absurd passes you've ever seen in your life, and then I think won the jump ball and turned it over again. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway,
him passing up that layup to pass the ball to Porzingis.
Worse than Ben Simmons. Worse than Ben Simmons.
Like, jeez, man.
Worse than Ben Simmons. They could lose 3,000 games in a row, and he would still be able to commit 14 techs a game without getting called for a single one. Unbelievable. And like unlimited moving screens too.
Yes.
Like he gets away with so many moving screens. Unbelievable. But anyway, the Mavs come away with the ball and they go end to end. They don't have a timeout left. So they go end to end and there's no defense set. And you knew that Coop wanted the ball and he got the ball. And it looked like he wanted to take the shot, but then again, that's when like the computer kicked in and he had to give it up. But yeah, I mean Coop was aggressive tonight whenever he was playing wing.
Whenever he was on the wing, yeah.
He was a little shy whenever he was running point, but that's fine. But the real kind of just the most unfortunate part of the game obviously came in overtime in a situation where at the time the Mavs trailed by 5. Coop was bringing it up the floor and turned it over again, actually. Yeah. Moses Moody timed it perfectly. Coop tried to do this hezzy thing, and he brings it up high, and he's just really loose with his handle, and Moody had read that all game and poked it away. Goes end to end and plants to go for the dunk, and he just collapsed to the ground.
Yeah.
Unclear if it seems like right before that, Guy Santos was laying on the ground for a while, got fouled, stayed down for a bit, was sitting on the floor. I think it's like stretching out a cramp or whatever. Went to the free throw line. Mavs immediately take it out of bounds, and coming off of those free throws, Coop immediately turned it over. So it's like 15 seconds, not even. It's like 5 to 10 seconds later.
It's quick.
The kids are going out there to mop as Coop's bringing up the floor while he gets stripped. So the way that they mop the floor in these situations, right? And I'm not saying it was a wet spot. It probably was, but it might not have been. It could have just been really, really bad luck. But the way that they mop is they always have two people, usually like high school age kids, sitting under the basket, and they go out and they start like they follow the key. They trace the outline of the key after free throws because that's where guys are standing. Guys are standing waiting for the dude to shoot, so they're sweating where they're standing, so they go and mop the outside of the key, and then they come back down and do under the basket real quick on their way back. Well, this thing happened so quickly that dude didn't mop under the rim. He was still mopping the edge of the key.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how often do guys turn it over, bringing it up the court? Very rarely. And so usually what happens in these situations, you could even see it if you go back and watch the reverse angle of the play. But if you ever go to the game, if you ever see a game, watch a game on TV carefully, after a real quick, unexpected turnover, you always see the kids with the mops like sprinting off the court.
That's right.
Because they got to get out of the way. Someone could trip on that mop and hurt themselves. And so, whether Moody slipped on a wet spot or it was just complete dumb luck, is, I'm not even going to speculate on that, but just a brutal situation. Yeah.
And Moses Moody was carted off with an air cast around his left leg. It was gruesome. I feel for him. I've had a terrible knee injury myself. It is not fun. And hopefully all the best to Moses Moody because as one of the comments in the chat was, he played well tonight for the Golden State Warriors and really kept him in the game at times. So
he played great tonight, man.
Yeah, he was excellent for them. He actually came to the game questionable, almost didn't even play tonight. He was making his return back for the Warriors. He had been dealing with an injury and then came back. And, as Sarah mentioned, he planted and tried to go up to convert the basket. And, the knee, unfortunately.
Dude, whenever guys fall like that, that is, instantly something really bad happened. It's awful. And, there was that period. I don't know. When did the Paul George thing happen? Was that like 7-8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that?
He was still with the Pacers when that happened.
Yeah, there was a period where like 3 or 4 just horrible injuries happened back to back, but that was whenever the stanchion was a little different. Since they changed the stanchion, they like moved the stanchion further back and they kind of cleared out the photographers and stuff to give guys runways. Like you see way fewer injuries like that.
Yeah.
Just truly some horrible luck. And, if it was a condensation issue, which it seemed like some of the players thought it was, hopefully the Mavs and the staff, they're able to take some, more careful measures, but it's also tough, man. You're playing on wood that's sitting on top of ice, and it's really tough. We take for granted how dry the court usually is able to stay despite these weird circumstances that we put it in.
Yeah, all the best to Moses Moody as he as we'll find out more, obviously, in terms of the actual nature of the injury and how long he'll be out for. I could imagine, though, his season most likely is finished as far as the Warriors are concerned. So all the best to him as he makes his recovery. But
brutal season for the Warriors continues.
Just another injury on top of what has been. I mean, between Jimmy Butler tearing his ACL, now you have the Moses Moody injury. Stephen Curry's missed, several games now with his own knee injury. They had no Al Horford tonight as well. Like they've dealt with a litany of injuries this year in Golden State.
Paul George was 12 years ago? Wow.
This is 2026.
Oh
he was still with the Pacers when that happened, if I remember correctly.
12 years ago.
So that would have been 2014? Because he was with Team USA when
they were getting ready for the World Championships, I think. So that would have been 2014. But
yeah,
Gordon Hayward, I think, was 2016.
Oh,
or maybe 17.
That happened like the first play of the game
Opening
that
night.
happened?
Yeah, it was like a minute into the game.
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
Isaiah Kanan actually suffered a slightly different injury, but equally gruesome injury against the Mavs while playing for the Suns, and that was right around that time. It might have even been that same season, either 16-17 or 17-18, or maybe 15-16. I don't remember, but it felt like it was like there were a few of those every year for 3 or 4 years there, and then they've.
Sarah had made mention of one when Taylor Hendricks, apparently he had
in Dallas,
on
American Airlines Center Court, in a slightly different situation, but and different injury, but he was just running down the floor and kind of looking back, and kind of went to like plant to stop or turn or something, kind of because he was ahead of the play, and his knee or his leg or whatever happened I think his leg broke, like his leg snapped in half. I mean, it's. Yeah, there's been some really gruesome injuries on the court, and that's why whenever the players say that the play-in tournament, or not the play-in tournament, the in-season tournament court, like they don't like playing on that.
Oh yeah, they get rid of that immediately.
This is why.
Yeah.
If players can't trust, and you saw there was only 36 seconds left in the game, but no one was jumping around the rim after that.
Podziemski drove the baseline, and he was like, "No, I'm not jumping."
And no one jumped for a rebound whenever they put up the shot. If guys can't trust that they're going to be okay, then they don't want to be a part of that. And so the Mavs have to figure it out. Luckily, they go on the road for a little bit, so hopefully they can do some work if they need to.
Let's take our next break here on the DLS Mavs postgame show. When we come back, we welcome in our DLS Mavs beat writer Ron Herrod Jr. live from the American Airlines Center. We'll do that next.
We are still in NFL free agency. Do the Cowboys know that?
It's over. For them, anyway.
Is it?
For them?
No linebackers?
They might trade for one. So
wow.
I mean,
that's tough.
Yeah, the free agency linebacker class, that you can forget about it. They might trade for a good one though. Jordan Brooks. Hello.
There's a draft coming.
Well, we had Nick Harris on DLS Cowboys today.
Yeah, Jordan Brooks. Yeah.
He was talking about how they're out on Queen, but they might be in on Aziz Al-Shaair and
Jordan Brooks. Go get that guy. He's an all-pro. Go get him.
Well, I don't know. It might be too rich for the Cowboys, but what's not too rich for the Cowboys is our free agency frenzy diehard deal. It's just $36. It's a great deal, folks. Scan the QR code. Go to alldlls.com. You'll see the link right there. Just click on it. Just give us your money, okay? Just give us your money. No questions asked. In exchange, you will get a free shirt of your choice. We got lots to choose from. You get to join the DLLS Die Hard Discord server.
That's right.
Not the Die Hard Discard server.
That's right.
No discarding going on there. Only Die Hard. And you also get a discount on all merch, 20%.
Merch.
You get to read the entire website. That's the most important benefit. All the written stuff from Ron and Clarence and Sam and Sean and Jeff Wilson. Rangers starting now in like 4 days or something, or 3 days, 2 days.
Headed to Philly, baby.
Jeff Wilson's about to hop on a plane.
Jacob DeGrom getting the start on opening day in Philly.
No, I thought it was Evo, wasn't it?
Oh, no, that's right. You're right. Nathan Evaldi.
Yeah,
you're right.
Evo. It's lining up to where DeGrom will start the home opener.
That's right.
That'll be pretty sick. That'll be next week. But anyway,
Yes.
So many reasons to become a diehard. Thank you to each and every one of you who have. Coming up on almost 2,000 strong in our community. Shout out to each and every one of you again. And for more information, again, alldlls.com today.
And we'll be opening days on Thursday. So baseball is here. Yes, to your point, Sarah. Yeah, the Lakers were like, Luke was like, get rid of that in-season tournament court. And they did not play on it in their final in-season in the tournament.
Well, and remember, I don't know if this was it might have been the year before last.
Mavericks also had this situation.
Yeah, the Mavs just didn't even use their alternate court one year.
That's
and then
right.
Their in-season court they used for like a game, and they said we don't want to use it anymore.
It was like, no, get rid of that.
I think it was Luka was on that team as well, so he's a common thread there.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay. In just a moment, we'll welcome in our DLS Mavs beat writer Ron Herrod Jr. live from the AAC as the Mavericks. Yes, boys and girls, officially eliminated from playoff contention as they lose their 49th game of the season.
Maverick in the Die Hard Discord says, he tagged us, said, the court is slick. I had post-game free throws, and that side is slick.
Oh, they did the free throw thing again tonight?
Yeah. They do it every game, I think.
Okay, so interestingly enough, the Stars played last night at the American Airlines Center. So
that happens a lot, though.
It does happen, yeah.
I don't know. They have played many times where they play the same day.
Yeah, same day. So I don't know if there could have been any leftover because it was pretty slick out there tonight.
It was also just under that rim for basically the entire fourth quarter. Guy Santos was just diving on the floor all
over the place. Yeah,
there were scrums with loose balls and Draymond and PJ, and on the other end of the floor, Gafford didn't slip. I forget exactly what happened whenever Gafford got his head hit pretty hard by Draymond. There was kind of this loose ball situation where they both ended up on the floor. Like, it was a really physical game.
Also of note tonight, Daniel Gafford had to leave tonight's game with a shoulder contusion and did not return in this game for the Dallas Mavericks. Let's welcome our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. live from the AAC. You can find him on X at Ron No Sports. Ron, good evening. How are you?
Hey, everybody. Sorry your boy is late, but sometimes in press conferences, people start asking filler questions. Oh, how'd John Polikitis do? Come on, man. We're at game 70 plus. Let's ask the real questions. Let's get out of here.
Coming in hot with the Polikitis slander. Calling them fake questions.
Ron said, I ain't have it tonight. I need to go. Oh, wow.
It's just no need for filler questions in game 70 plus. Like, game 21, you got me. 70, come on. We don't need this. Let's just ask, hey.
Wow.
Let's just ask the real questions. I'm sitting there. I can't leave. I'm like,
need the ether beat on
I'm
this.
trying to get out of here.
You can leave. you can get out.
You can't get up and go.
You can rise to your feet and get on up out of there.
I don't want to be disrespectful to the player. He's like, dang, Ron, you just going to leave mid me talking? And I'm like sitting in the front row. So I'm like, man, I can't leave now. And then people just like,
hold on.
Like, oh, man, what do you think? Hey, Daniel Gafford played good again. What do you think about Daniel, Max? And it's like, bro, come on, man.
Sometimes it's good.
Jason Kidd's already talked about this.
I would push back a little bit, Ron, because I think that it is good for men to lift up other men with praise and with admiration, and to give respect to all people, not just men, by the way. Men should uplift everybody. But when given the opportunity, I think it's really important for members of the community to say positive things about other members of the community. Yeah, where's your comeback for that, Ron?
I did think Jason Kidd did, on that note, Jason Kidd did, he talked about kind of the Moses Moody incident, and he said, like, teams just, prayers up for, a player going through something serious, like that. Max Christie talked about that. Cooper Flagg talked about that. Everyone just kind of seemed kind of down. This is like, Jason Kidd seemed pretty, melancholy, I think would be a good word, just to use for his just attitude after the game. And I'm not even sure if it was because of the loss, because they've lost, at this point, a ton of games. So it wasn't even necessarily about that. You could just tell the injury just took a toll, probably mentally on a couple of players. They all just seemed kind of, down, after something like this. And I mean, that was a serious injury. I know I used to work for, his name's I think it's at Pro Football Doc on Twitter. He posted a video. He says he's predicting that, or projecting this to be a patellar, tendon tear, which just for me, doing a bunch of articles back in the day for that, a patella tendon is usually a year plus. Like, usually you don't come back the same calendar year with an injury as serious as that. So it's just, again, a tragic injury for a player that's, really starting to catch his stride, now at this point in his career. And then, Cooper Flagg and his kid also talked about, the last shot that, in regulation where Cooper Flagg, tried to pass the ball to Naji Marshall. They got the good look. Cooper Flagg kind of talked about making the right, basketball play, which I thought was just a very, interesting, point of reference for a 19-year-old. We talking about, making the correct play when, kind of growing up, for me, it was people were, pissed at LeBron James for making the right basketball play for years on end. Like, that was a mainstream talking point of, no, Kobe Bryant shot the ball on 4 people. You should shoot the ball over 4 people. And clearly Cooper Flagg must have grown up in the, LeBron James era of basketball, because instead of taking the Kobe Bryant shot with 3 people on him in the paint, he decided to pass the ball to his wide open shooter. So I think that's just so interesting how basketball is looking so different in that, 15-year plus span. I guess LeBron's even older than that at this point, but 20+ year span.
Yeah, I mean, Naji Marshall had a wide open look. He's an NBA player who's capable of making that shot. He's wide open. He passed it to him.
I would say in that situation, based on, again, where the defenders were, the direction Coop is going, his distance from the rim, Naji, let's say, I don't know what he is, but let's say he's a 33% shooter on wide open threes. Maybe he's worse than that. Maybe he's better than that. I don't know. But let's just say 1 in 3 chance to make that shot and you win the game. Coop, heavily contested, off-balance 14-footer, probably 33%, if not worse. So it's basically, at that point, it's almost the same. So it's, would you rather take the really, really contested shot or the open one? Give me the open one. If all odds are equal. And that even might be being too charitable considering how, hounded he was being on that possession.
Yeah. I'm not gonna beat him up too much for making the play because I thought in the moment he made the right one based off of what was happening. By the way, speaking of John Polikitis, he had the second highest plus minus in the positive tonight for the Mavericks. He was a +4 in his 12 minutes of play. The only other Maverick with a higher plus minus tonight was actually Max Christie, who was a +7.
Notice he got off to a good start, only played 4 minutes in the second half. Polikitis is too good. He's too good to play.
Well, he went on a heater there, hit back-to-back threes, including a step-back three-pointer on the right side in the right corner damn near. I was like, oh, okay, all right. He was feeling himself a little bit. By the way, we talked about confident. Yeah, he did. And good for him. We talked about the turnovers that Cooper Flagg had, the 7 turnovers that he had. That wasn't even the highest amount of turnovers on the team tonight. That went to Naji Marshall. He had 8 on the night.
Oh, wow. So, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I missed that question.
Yeah, Naji had 8.
This is only the second. Okay, so this is the first game in more than 30 years where both the Mavs, where the Mavs have committed at least, how many
23.
The Mavs have committed at least 23 turnovers and their opponent has committed at least 24. The last time that happened was 1995. All right.
Wow.
In a double overtime win against the Grizzlies, 103-101 final in double overtime.
Jeez.
Now, the time before that was a 98-96 loss at Golden State way back in 1984.
Jeez, man.
I believe that was the last game of the year. And then how about this one? How much fun do you think this game would have been to watch? November 8th, 1980, Mavs at Pistons. The Mavs committed 29 turnovers. The Pistons committed 26 turnovers.
Oh, gosh.
There were a combined 60 fouls, and the Mavs lost 101-73.
What? Oh, gosh, man. That's gross. By the way, the two teams combined tonight for 48 personal fouls in tonight's game, just in case you were wondering. And yes, Draymond, he had 6 turnovers in this game. That wasn't even the team high for Golden State. That belonged to D'Anthony Melton, who had 7 turnovers in this game for Golden State. A lot of traveling going on. Naji Marshall called for at least 2-3 traveling violations tonight. It was just a lot of bags being carried tonight in the lanes and in the fast break. And the rest were like, nope.
Man, I'm looking at D'Anthony Melton's stat line. The man was 0 for 6.
Yeah, he was
7
awful.
turnovers.
Yeah, 0 for 6, 0 for 3 from 3.
Though.
He was a -1 with 0 points, but he did have 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. So I guess he was doing the other stuff.
It's pretty impressive to only be a -1 without scoring a bucket and having that many turnovers.
In fact, he was the only Warrior not to score, and he was a starter in tonight's game. Everybody else that played for the Warriors actually scored tonight, including Will Richard, who went 4 for 4 from 3, going for 12 points.
LJ Cryer, 4 of 6 from 3.
He was 4 of 6 from 3.
Warriors bench.
Sick 'em.
Based.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Briefly.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice.
Okay.
There was one person who didn't miss a single shot tonight. Actually, there was 2 players who didn't miss a single shot tonight. Can you name them?
Daniel Gafford.
That's right. Daniel Gafford went 8 for 8 from the field tonight.
Will Richard.
Close.
Draymond Green.
Hell no.
Gary Payton II.
Gary Payton II. He went 8 for 8 in this game himself. He was all over the place. I thought he was terrific tonight. Was Gary Payton II? He was making all kinds of plays. But yeah, Gary Payton II went 8 for 8 from the field. Hit the only 3 that he took, and Daniel Gafford was a perfect 8 for 8 from the field. Had 20 points and 7 boards and 5 assists. 5 assists for Daniel Gafford tonight. The Mavericks had 37 assists on the 51 made. Both teams. This is how close tonight's game was. Both teams made 51 field goals. Only 1 3-pointer separated them, and only 2 assists separated them tonight. So, yeah.
Great loss. And, for a lot of Mavs fans, I think this is it for a lot of people, man. I mean, another game where you get some flashes of like fun, Coop dunk and Coop 3 and Naji does some stuff. It was probably enough to like get you really, really excited. And then they lose at the end. And again, Jason Kidd talked about it pregame. This team needs Kyrie Irving. This team needs their closer. Like this is the guy that, made the shot in game 7 of the finals for a team that had never won a championship. Like just threw it on the table and just made the shot. So just to have that guy on this team is just huge. You know what I'm saying? To have that caliber of a closer. And it's great for Coop because Coop can get a lot of these reps before Kyrie comes back. Hopefully, Kyrie's going to probably take the bulk or a lot of those shots next season, and then Coop will probably be the secondary option in a lot of these different scenarios. And maybe Darren Peterson, who could be a Maverick, maybe he's taking a lot of those third possessions. We'll see. But it's been interesting. I mean, this is a stat that I looked up very quickly, and it says the Mavs are 13-39 this season without Anthony Davis, according to StatMuse. They've gone 4 of 18 since trading Anthony Davis to the Wizards. And I tweeted that because I'm like, this is probably an amazing thing for some Mavericks fans, if you're very big on the tank. And if you're a Mavericks fan that sadly is looking for the playoffs, then maybe it's not a good thing. But I think the majority of Mavs fans, at least in our comments, are like, hey, we have to lose this year. They need the pick. And by trading Anthony Davis, they've gone 4-18, and it's going to help them likely get a better pick. So you can say just by that alone, it's been successful, at least for right now.
In 30 seconds, I have a sobering question for you that you can answer before you go. Was this the last opportunity for the Mavericks to win a game this regular season?
I think they have to win another game. I just can't say that they won't win another game. It just would be to end the season and your last home win was in January and the season ends in April is just like all time. It's all time. It's all time. It's no way it's possible. I refuse to believe that's going to happen. They will luck into a win. I don't know what team it's going to be. They will just luck into a win somehow.
Last game of the year, they play the Bulls at home. They're going to win that game.
Can I let you? I'm about to say the last 3 home games they got.
No, they're going to beat the Bulls.
I don't know, man.
They're going to beat the Bulls. Trust me.
They just beat the Rockets tonight.
It doesn't matter, dude. They're like the Bulls might not even show up to play that game. Like they might legitimately just say, you know what, we're good. Our plane, we forgot to land. We're on our way to Cancun. Like we could turn around, but like we're trying to save fuel.
Cabo,
brother, this team lost to the Hospital Grizzlies in Dallas.
Doesn't matter. Mavs
is nasty, man.
Like
it's been
what?
Nasty ball from Dallas.
Chicago will give a damn and probably win that game, but we'll see. We'll see. Ron, good to see you. Remember, noon show tomorrow, so be here at 11. Okay, that's right.
I'll
get some sleep.
I'll be there.
Okay, good. All right.
On time.
Bye, Ron.
All right, good. All right, see you tomorrow. Let's take our final break here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. When we come back, we're going to get to the rest of your super chats and take our 42nd Tankathon spin.
This one will be
43rd?
number 44.
44.
Shout out Sean Bradley.
Okay, we'll do that. It's coming up next. But first, we want you again to be part of our DLLS Sports family. The easiest way you can do that is to like, comment, and subscribe to DLLS Sports to join the over 41,500 subscribers already part of us here. And you can take advantage of our offer that we have right now. Best offer of the year, $36 in your first year. Normally $79.99. in your first year, but you get the chance to join and become a diehard member by scanning that QR code that you see on your screen or going to alldlls.com. And when you do, you get access to our member-only Discord. You get access to all of our premium content, and you get a free t-shirt like this one upon sign up. And you can also have a chance to check out our brand new Stars shirts, our DLS Stars shirts, celebrating the playoff bound officially Dallas Stars, including our Robo shirt that we have and our Sharpshooter shirt that we have as well. Congratulations to the Dallas Stars, who officially, even though they lost last night, officially clinched a postseason spot in the NHL. That's right. Let's celebrate. The NHL playoffs. They still have the President's Trophy. Maybe can still catch the President's Trophy in Colorado Avalanche. We'll see. But yes, alldlls.com, become a diehard member. Check out those amazing bennies that our guy Bobby Krell is always talking about. Appreciate you doing that. Check it out today. Programming note, we are back tomorrow at noon for our daytime
It's a quick turnaround.
It is a quick turnaround.
Shouldn't
yes.
be allowed.
We will have our daytime show tomorrow. Before we get to our Tankathon spin, again, thank you so much for joining us here on our show tonight. Lanner with the $2 super chat. Are we doing a live show for the lottery?
Hell
Biggest
yeah.
day of the year.
Hell yeah, we are.
We are. We are doing a live show.
And it is going to be
on Mother's
either
Day.
an hour of joy. Well, let's say, 3 hours of joy. Or like 12 minutes of complete pain and agony, and then 48 minutes of coping. That is what it's going to be.
We're immediately cutting the show off if the Thunder or the Warriors win the number 1 overall pick.
So what we did last year, I think, didn't we do like one segment before
we did?
They did the drawing, and then we were live during it. We will be live during the lottery, and if you spoil it in the chat, then you're a bad person.
Shame on you.
But
since it's Bobby's birthday, let's bring a cake, and then we'll either eat the cake in celebration, or if something bad goes, we can throw it off the building.
I don't think we should waste good
destroy
cake.
it.
I don't think we should
That'd
waste
be
good cake.
good content.
You know what we should do is get little ping pong style cake balls,
Oh, I like that.
and we can
A lottery themed birthday cake.
Oh,
yeah, we can just sort of enjoy them if the Mavs win,
Yeah.
and if not, we can just throw them at each other
Yeah.
or
Perfect.
throw them at the camera. Do you think it'll break the camera?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
And then GM Ben can clean up the mess.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Or Luds. Let's make Luds do it.
Yeah, I've cleaned up enough for Luds. He owes
Exactly.
me one.
That's fine.
He owes me one or 500.
Ira with the
Shout out
$5
Ira.
the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Guys, want to thank you. I work nights and routinely miss games, and listening to you guys has made me feel like I've watched it. Project Hail Mary is awesome.
I can't wait. I'm seeing it Sunday. I'm so excited.
Are you
Okay.
watching it in IMAX?
I don't know. Someone else bought the ticket, so I'll
Oh,
pass.
wow. Okay.
But they're $18, so I would think that would be.
Movies are so
but maybe not.
expensive.
I know.
What?
I hope that's a special screen.
$18?
I know.
For what time to see it?
3:30.
God, are they going to send you to the sun too? Does that pay for your ticket?
Not does that pay for your ticket to go to the sun?
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out Ira. Hey, listen, I mean, those are really kind words, and thank you for saying that.
Yes, we really appreciate that.
I will confidently tell you, you have not missed much of anything this year. Of all the times to have a job where you got to work nights, this is the one. This is the year that you don't want to watch the Mavs.
This is the year.
But find a different job for next year. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Or next, well, I can, what I will tell you is that next year, we will probably be a lot more descriptive of the game and attentive of the game because the games are probably going to matter a little bit more.
Let's hope.
Even if the Mavs are only pushing for 8 or 9,
Let's hope
it's going to be better than this. There's almost, mark this. There is no way next season will be worse than this one. It's impossible. Nothing could happen to make next year worse than this one. Nothing.
Why would you even put that in
Nothing.
Why would you even put that in the atmosphere?
Kevin, we've been through 2 of the worst seasons in professional sports history. There is no shot we're due for 3 in a row. There's no shot. That is the Bobby Corella guarantee.
I probably
A year from now, Tanner's going to revisit He's going to
Save it
spring
now.
that video on me, and it's going to make me so sad.
Actually, speaking of which, we have a prediction video to show tomorrow. So
oh, we do?
because y'all made a prediction. Well, Kevin wasn't here, but it was a 6 months from now prediction, and tomorrow is 6 months from when you made it.
Oh my God.
It's a Bobby prediction that we'll play on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
There is no shot that's going to be good. Oh God. All right. I can't wait.
See, that's where I'm with you, South Hoops and Arking. Like, I would have kept that intrusive thought, like, intrusive.
That's not intrusive.
I would have.
That's not intrusive.
Are you sure?
Our King says, have you seen the Kings, Bobby? I have, and that's why I am confident. I'm confident it can't get worse.
Oh, a certain movie theater offers $5 movies on Tuesdays? That's interesting.
Oh, wow.
Not bad at all.
I worked at that
Me too.
at one of those theaters for 4.5 years in high school and early part of college.
Yeah, same.
Oh, really?
It's
Good
my
time.
first job. Made a whopping $5.15 an hour.
That is
Are
so I got hired
cursed.
at they upped minimum wage from $5.15 to $5.85 right before I started working there. So I started at $6. My first raise put me from $6 to $6.11
Yeah.
an hour.
Oh man, then I
wow.
would thought mine was bad. I went from $5.15 to $5.56 an hour.
Dude,
Oh,
that's a
wow.
great raise. Wow. And then of course they raised minimum wage again from $5.85 to $6.55 to $7.25, I think. But as they increased minimum wage, they continued hiring new workers at 15 cents above minimum wage. But as they increased minimum wage, they would just bump the longer tenured employees up to minimum wage. So for like 2 or 3 years, I was making less than newbies as I'd been there for 3 or 4 years. It was good times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully, better times are ahead.
Hopefully, minimum wage is not that anymore, but something tells me it is.
I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think it's changed in a while.
Yeah, that was in 2007.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's changed.
Yeah.
Other places it has.
Huh, interesting.
Anyways,
but tickets are $18 now, and back when I was working there, they were $8. But I guess we just got to pay everyone the same. But yeah, thank you for saying that, and also
That's very nice of you.
There is a 0% chance.
Okay, Bob, you can stop.
That next year will be
You
worse.
can quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
Quit while you're ahead. Before we get to the Tankathon spin, other scores from tonight, just to let you know, because our Ryan is not happy that the Grizzlies lost again because they got destroyed tonight. The Atlanta Hawks have had the easiest schedule known to man because, good gracious. They beat the Grizzlies 146 to 107 tonight. They dropped a 146 spot on the Hospital Grizzlies. Beat them by 39. Clippers destroy the Bucks tonight 129 to 96 in Los Angeles. Trailblazers beat up on the Brooklyn Nets 134 to 99. All the tanking teams did what they had to do tonight. As the Raptors clobbered the Jazz in Utah 143 to 127. Bulls did not get that memo, though. They beat the Houston Rockets tonight 132 to 124, a horrendous loss for the Chicago Bulls. And Ime Udoka ripped his team after the game. He got tossed after tonight's game and during tonight's game as well. And the Spurs get their 54th win of the season, 136 to 111 on the road over the Miami Heat. They officially clinched the Southwest Division with their win tonight as well, even though divisions don't mean a damn thing in the NBA. Thunder beat up on the Philadelphia 76ers 123 to 103. VJ Edgecombe had 35 and lost. Jared McCain was really good for the Thunder tonight in his homecoming. The other tanky team that didn't get the memo, the Pacers, they go on the road and beat the Orlando Magic 128 to 126. Pascal Siakam blocking Paolo Banchero who had a chance to tie the game for Orlando at the end. Pascal Siakam had a massive night as the Pacers break what I believe was a 16-game losing streak for them, 15 or 16-game losing streak for them. So they win tonight. And then speaking of losing streak or winning streaks, the Pistons and the Lakers 9-game winning streak tonight with a 113-110 win in Detroit as Luka missed what would have been a potential game tying 3 for Los Angeles. So they lose tonight, breaking their 9-game winning streak there. That gets us to our Tankathon spin for the evening. This will be Tankathon spin number 44, you said?
Number 44.
The Mavericks come into tonight 6th in the Tankathon standings. That's where they remain after their 49th loss of the season. Right now, it is the Pacers, Wizards, Nets, Kings, Jazz Mavericks, Grizzlies, your top 7 teams in the lottery. With that, let's go ahead and take our Tankathon spin, Tanner. In 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Do it. No screwing around.
No!
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Oh,
no, the humanity.
Oh, yeah, this one is a bit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this was a gross one tonight. The Hawks, speaking of the Hawks, they get the number 1 overall pick via the Milwaukee Bucks to take Darren Peterson.
The Mavs fell to 9th.
Yeah, the Mavericks fell to 9th in this one, which means they are taking who did they have them take? Slightly going to love that one. Nate Ahmet goes number 9 to the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, two of the last 5 spins we've done have seen the Mavs fall from 6th to 9th. Currently, if you're in 6th, you have a 3.7% chance to fall to 9th, and they've done it 2 of the last 5 times. I don't know what the odds of that are. I'm not good at figuring that out, but it's like something like 1 in a gazillion.
This is awful. A weird one. So many teams move down 4 spots or 3 spots. Like
our king nails it though.
This is brutal.
This is the Bucks' dream scenario though, because they lose the number 1 overall pick to the Atlanta Hawks, but they get the Pelicans pick in this case, which gets them to number 3 in this particular draft, which means Giannis gets AJ DeBonsa to go along.
No, this is like just the worst.
No, it's not worse
for the
than
Mavs
the
because
it's not the worst than the Mavs.
No, it's this is the worst for the Mavs because they moved down to 9th, which that alone is like disqualifying.
Yeah.
But also the Clippers get the pick from the Pacers because the Pacers fall.
That's right.
And so the Clippers, who are a team that, maybe you can, maybe you can't, depending on what happens with Kawhi, move past them next season, they now get the number 5 pick.
That's
just
right.
Just because. So this is, oh my God, this
Another
one is
boozer.
horrible.
Boozer to Chicago at number 2. That would be
Yeah. Caleb Wilson goes 4 to Utah. That trade between the Pacers and the Clippers, man, is looking goofier by the day. I don't know if you heard, but Ivica Zubac is done for the rest of the year. He's got a fractured rib, so he's done for the Pacers for the rest of the season. Not that they was trying to win games anyway.
We're doing another one tomorrow. We got to cleanse the palate after this.
They moved Phylon all the way. That's how you say it, right?
LeBaron Phylon.
All the way down to 16.
Oh, wow.
No shot he goes that low.
I don't think he goes that low.
What is happening with Tankathon?
Yoxel Lindeborg propaganda is starting to reach powerful places.
I
would say if the Mavs stay at 9, I would draft him over Ahmed.
Phylon?
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, but Lindeborg.
Oh, you would take Lindeborg at 9?
Over Ahmed, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, over Ahmed for sure. Yeah, Ahmed's awful. I like Yoxel Lindeborg, though.
Oh, God. This has been... Ugh. I drink of water. I might go home and take a shower after that one.
You should probably do that anyway.
Before we go into bed?
Yeah.
Are you a pre-bed bather?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Wow. I was doing it in the morning.
You don't want to be clean when you go to bed?
No, it's not my problem. That's why I clean the sheets. I take a shower in the morning.
But you don't want...
I always in the morning, then usually in the afternoon.
You don't want your dirty body going into the clean sheets, though.
Well, they're not clean.
Okay.
Once I've slept in it one time, it's not clean.
Okay.
Like, you know how much... Like, yeah, humans are so gross. Sweat and body hair and spit and mucus and yuck.
All right, boys and
That's
girls.
why I clean my sheets every day.
Oh, good for you. That's good.
I do not do that.
Oh, I'm about to say if you do, that's a great habit to have.
No,
washing your sheets every day.
That would be using a lot of water, man.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever do laundry. It's for the environment.
Okay. How many more of these we got?
10?
10.
Ugh.
10.
Thank God, man.
10.
Holy moly.
The Mavericks dropped to a season low or high, depending on how you look at it. 26 games under 500 at 23-40. I really thought they were going to win tonight's game. I thought they were going to win tonight.
Me too. They almost did. They should have.
As they dropped to 23-49 on the year. 10 regular season games remaining, boys and girls. We will have our regular daytime show tomorrow at noon before the Mavericks head on the road to take on Chex Notes. Oh, that's right. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Wednesday night. 9 p.m. Wednesday night. Anyway. Tanner, We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Make us look good and sound
Thanks,
good.
Tanner.
As always. Thank you, sir. Appreciate our DLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Haraj Jr. for joining us.
Thanks,
live from
Ron.
AAC. Thanks, Ron. Thank you to our DLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Carella.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, chat.
The best ball knower in the game.
Thanks, Kevin.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My name is Kevin Gray. We will talk to you tomorrow, actually later on this morning or later on this afternoon, whenever, at 12 p.m. right here on DLLS Sports. Y'all get some sleep, boys and girls. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.